Hey everyone, welcome back to another video, and today I'll be continuing Jurassic Crater on the Biosin Alpine map. So in this episode I'm going to be building out this way, which is, I'm not sure what to call it, just the right side of the main crater I guess. And I will be adding a couple of enclosures on each side, maybe a monorail, maybe just some hotel areas. I haven't got quite into it yet, but an enclosure on the left right here, and on the right, we'll see after I'm done with the builds, you know. So in the last episode, we built this guest plaza, the Dilophosaurus crater, and the Alamosaurus and Edmontosaurus tour. So this one will be a pretty big episode because I'm building a lot, and yeah, this will set up a lot of the park's next episodes with the way I build out and that. So let's just say now I should get into the speed build. So we have finished the speed build, and I have added 3 new enclosures and a little walkway. So in this build, I didn't actually add any new buildings. I just added a few enclosures and continued the path to connect up to the next park entrance area. So to start, we got this viewing tower, which I'll go into later, show the view off. And I've just continued that sort of decorational line across. My game's a little glitchy because of all the guests, but I've added the Lux Parasol office in here. And my idea is to continue this enclosure like all the way around the crater, sort of. Not all the way around, but to stop at the kind of where the other park entrance is. But I wanted to have like a really cool foresty atmosphere with the Lux Paras walking through. I've also got Oviraptors in here, but they're pretty small, so it's pretty hard to spot them. I've included a log viewing gallery as well, just because I wanted to have another attraction and that in the park. And yeah, like, it kind of suits this enclosure pretty well, I reckon. This, like, enclosure itself is pretty good. I might add some more to it at some point, but right now we're just focusing on what has been done. So, yeah, I mean, there will be, like, more species added in future episodes when this enclosure gets bigger. At least 2 more species, probably a stegosaurid and then, like, a pachycephalosaurid, something like that, or like, a ceratopsian. So this is just this enclosure. I'll get into the viewing galleries at some point, but as you can see, I've continued this pathway all the way up. And I'll continue showing this exhibit off, and it just ends just around here. So, look, I'm going to continue all the way out in the next episodes, but yeah, here we go to the next one where we have the Dominion Iguanodon, and we have Pachyrhinosaurus somewhere. See if I can find them. Yep, over here. So yeah, I just decided to add the Iguanodons just because I like their model a lot, and I just think their skin texturing is really good. So I just added them sort of as a filler in a way. Then Pachyrhinosaurus was the main star of this exhibit. Really like this guy. I wish he was like feathered, as is like it is in real life and Prehistoric Kingdom, but we didn't have feathering when this guy came out, so that's kind of the explanation. But they should add a feather gene to species that had it in real life. Would be amazing. Just seeing this guy walk around would be cool. And I've added a viewing dome in this exhibit, the first dome in this park, actually. So this is a split one, right? And in here we have the Cryolophosaurus, which I'll try and find them. I wanted to go for an Arctic sort of exhibit because these guys lived in Antarctica. But because there's no snow paint on this biome, I couldn't, even though it doesn't make sense considering it's there. So we really should get a snow paint for this biome, but yeah, they just gotta add paints altogether to other biomes. I think it's kind of slack when they have 6 on each map. I think it should be at least 9 on each map. But yeah, like, I've added 3 of these guys. I don't want to go overkill with the amount I added, but this exhibit is quite big for them, so I was kind of like, once I added them, I was like, oh, maybe I should add like another 3 or 4 more, to be honest, because like this is really big for just them 3. Because normally I do an exhibit kind of small for them, just because you don't like when you think of them to be a fairly medium size, but they're only a bit bigger than like a Chauceraptor, Velociraptor, and Australovenator. So yeah, and yeah, look, the exhibit work for these guys and these guys isn't the best. It's not my best exhibit. This one isn't too bad, to be honest. I just think it needs a little bit more foliage and just a bit more of a water change, because I hate doing like lakes and that, and then having fences go through them to split the exhibit, and then them like only having a small bit of water. Like, I mean, you can barely see it here because it's invisible fencing, of course, but it just still looks weird. Like here, it looks pretty decent because it's on the island, but I want to add some more water for them. And then in here, a lot more foliage work would be good, and just more paint work, I reckon, would be better. So yeah, that's all I've done in this episode, really. I've also just added quickly, I'll just show you, let's just fly through the park real quickly. In the Alamosaurus and Edmontosaurus gyrosphere, we have added Dracorex, actually. Oh, I don't know what the hell I just done. Oh, wait, maybe I just... Okay, there. Okay, no, that did not fix it. Let's just deal with this one. But I've added this guy. You know, it was in the Hell Creek formation as well, so I just added it. I mean, I heard something saying that like Draco Rex is Pachycephalosaurus or something like that, just juvenile. But who knows? You know, I'm not very smart myself, so yeah. Just added these guys just because I wanted to add another species. Felt a little empty and just made sense to add a species like that in here. So I'll show you the galleries now. Oh, it actually put me out here. Let's go. So in here, look, this is a pretty good view, I'd say. You get a lot of that still, and then you get the Lux parasite cells, and it looks really good. You know, I had a lot of forest right in front of the gallery before I cleared it, and it was really like bad, and you could barely see anything, so I had to clear it all and just like add a bit more ground foliage. So yeah, like this is pretty good. I don't like, there's like a white filter, and it's not the clearest on the tall galleries. It just looks like the sunlight's in your eyes all the time, and it's kind of frustrating. But, I mean, you can get over it pretty quickly. Then over here, of course, we got the log viewing gallery, which is pretty good. I like having it on an angle just because just having it straight feels a little bit unnatural in a way. Like, having on an angle like this, if I was just to have it straight there or straight there, I don't know, it just feels a little boring. But, I mean, straight down this way would be good just because then you could get a view of the main crater and this exhibit. But I kind of wanted it to have it so you don't actually see the park itself heaps. You look more at the species. Because at first I had it more tilted towards the park. And I was like, oh, you want to see the species more. So I just had to change it up a little bit. And yeah, I think it looks pretty good. Like this way is probably your ideal way. There's an Oviraptor. Found one of them. There's 8 in here. But because they're really small, they're hard to spot, of course. Then we just got the normal viewing gallery in here. Just for those guests that just want an extra spot to look. Then, of course, we got the viewing galleries here. So, yeah, I need to add some more water here because I don't want them all bunching up here, to be honest. And then, of course, we got the dome. The dome isn't the best. I mean, I'm not saying it's like the building's not the best. It just could have been slightly better placement, I would have to say. But, yeah. The only thing I have to say about the dome that's bad is this little bar here. Like, it looks good. Like, this bar here gets in the way heaps. Like, it looks good on the outside because it makes sense. It's like an extra security sort of thing. So I think it looks kind of realistic in that to have it, and it just looks better with that way. But I think while you're in it, it should remove that from your vision so that it's just, it doesn't constrict your view, or make the character that we use like a foot taller so we can see over it a bit better. Because, yeah, sometimes there are species you can barely see just because of that bar, and it's kind of frustrating. Then in here, we just got the normal viewing gallery, of course, just with a goat dispenser in front. So, yeah, that's just this. And, yeah, so thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, give me some ideas for future episodes, and, yeah, see everyone later.